Hi again guys, and welcome to another speed build for Forza 6, and in this particular build we're tuning a vehicle which isn't quite as quick as some of the other cars that we'd usually do. They tend to be up around 240, 250, even 260, 270. This one is much slower. This one tops out at around 213, 214, a little bit more with draft. You can get up around 220 or a little more, and this is in particular a really great car for oval racing. In particular on the Indy and Daytona. And the vehicle in question is of course the Caparo T1. It's a DLC car. It's a car which I've wanted to be on another racing game apart from Project Gotham for quite some time, so it is cool to see it finally make it onto a Forza game. Now, as far as competitive potential, I've personally used this exact tune to win a custom 30-lap race of the Indy circuit up against Le Mans prototypes. It can beat them, and I have done that. Now, as far as the build itself, you obviously can't do much to this car. You can't really upgrade the power or convert it to all-wheel drive, so as far as the tune itself, I would recommend a final drive of 3.6, then individual gears of 3.5, 2.65, 2, 1.6, 1.25 and 1.05. Then for the rest, I've gone fairly similar to what I'd usually do. Neutral camber, neutral toe, a pretty high caster angle, anti-roll on 15, the springs on 335 and 360. I've increased the front ride height to match the rear. As far as the dampers, we've got those on 8 and 6. I would recommend the downforce as low as possible. And finally for the diff, I would recommend 100% on acceleration and deceleration. So now let's take it out to a track to show what it can do. Now, as I said just now, this is nowhere near the kind of speed that we'd usually get out of a vehicle that we would typically do a tune setup for, but the advantage of a car like the Caparo is that being as it is kind of like a formula car for the street, you have the kind of high speed handling, in particular the turn-in at high speed, that most other road cars just cannot match, and that really comes into play once you get onto a oval track. Now on Indy there are very few, if any, other road cars that can keep up with this around this track. So overall, if you do decide to use this tune, obviously I hope you find it fun, and it really is a highly competitive vehicle, so if you'd like to keep up with other builds like this in the future, you can do that by slapping subscribe down below or checking out the playlist at the end of this video. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.